is Jennifer and welcome back to my channel, the CRPS Network. Today I'm going to be talking about a controversial subject, amputation. There's a lot of controversy over if people with CRPS should amputate or not. In some circumstances, I believe that it may be beneficial, but I'd like to go through some of the risks that are involved and a couple of studies that have been done on amputation with CRPS. Okay, first I just want to let you know that it is completely normal for people with CRPS to want to amputate a limb. And this is because some people see their limb as being bigger, and in a lot of circumstances it is bigger. They see it bigger, larger, different than their other limb, and they almost feel as if it doesn't belong to their body. They develop a detachment to the limb where they just want it gone. Okay, some of the risks that are involved with doing amputation on a limb with CRPS is phantom limb pain. Phantom limb pain is just pain in a limb that is not there. And I know this sounds crazy. People are not crazy. They actually do feel a sensation of pain in an area that is not there. And this is a very real thing. This can happen with amputation, so it's definitely a risk. Another big risk is reoccurrence of the CRPS in the limb. So maybe you have CRPS in your foot, in your ankle, and you had an amputation from the knee down. It may reoccur in the same leg, but just maybe further up in your thigh. This may make some people not be able to use prosthetics. So this is definitely something to consider if you would like to get an amputation and think you're going to use prosthetics later. Sometimes this isn't always a choice. Okay, and the next risk is just spreading. We know that with any surgery in CRPS is a risk of spreading. It may spread to another limb or other area. So this is something that should be taken into consideration. Okay, many doctors are hesitant to do amputation because there is such little evidence to support it as a viable treatment option. Most doctors will opt to try other treatments such as medications or infusions or blocks prior to doing an amputation. This is a lot of times used as sort of a last resort when nothing else is working, and in a majority of the circumstances, what I see are people that are having issues such as ulcerations or infections that are not getting better, that continually go on or are getting worse, and those type of infections or ulcerations can sometimes have an impact on the rest of your body. So in those circumstances, I've seen doctors a little bit more willing to perform the amputation. Okay, a couple studies that have been done on amputees. There was a study done in the Netherlands that was performed on 21 amputees, 21 people that have had an amputation with CRPS. They went to these people to question them on their pain levels, and out of the 21 people, 18 of the people reported that if they had the choice to do it again, they would. And out of the 21 people, 11 were using prosthetics. 24% of them had a reoccurrence of the CRPS. Okay, another study that was done in 2014 showed that 71% of the amputees had phantom limb pain and 24% had reoccurrence of the CRPS symptoms in the same limb. Okay, and in 2016, the National Health Institute performed a study with 38 CRPS patients. Out of that, half of them were amputated, had an amputated limb. And out of the amputees, they, on average, reported reduced pain levels from a 91 to an 80, 9.1 to an 8.0. Like I said, this is a very tough decision for people that are considering it, and they should give careful consideration to all the risks that are involved. Also, when somebody is considering amputation of a limb, a lot of times it's required that they go through some psychiatric counseling to be sure that this is something that they really feel is the right decision for them. A lot of people post-amputation go through the same sort of psychological counseling just to help them deal with the reality of not having that limb. So definitely taking all the risks into consideration and knowing that going into the surgery, prosthetics may or may not be an option, just depending on the reoccurrence and if you are able to tolerate wearing a prosthetic with the pain that you may have in that limb afterwards. So making sure that you're okay with that and that being a reality of not being able to wear a prosthetic is something you should consider. Okay, if you've had a amputation of a limb, definitely leave a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you on what your experience was like, and if your pain levels have decreased, would you choose to do the amputation again? I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that can use that type of valuable input. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I make new videos every week, so click on the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified of when I make the next one. Till next time, take care.